being a reject kind of became my acceptance, you know?
Think like connected you with emo music, or like people in general, like the emo kids with emo music? Was it lyrics?
Yeah.
Was it the sound? Was it the people making it?
It's funny as like a 40-year-old and you know having like done therapy and stuff now, because I think some of this was also some things I had to unlearn. But emo and pop punk, like I remember Dashboard Confessional, like one of the first songs that I really connected with. I was that like best friend guy who always felt like I didn't get picked for romantic relationships, and so I remember Dashboard Confessional has a song called "This Ruined Puzzle" that has a line that says, "Does he ever get the girl?" And I had a lot of those experiences where I felt like the sidekick and I felt like I was overlooked. And I know that a lot of emo bands just had that kind of experience where there was a lot of heartbreak and there was a lot of unrest. And as I matured into my 20s, there was a lot of I'm from Ohio. I'm from the suburbs. There was a lot of that boredom and feeling like you weren't living up to your potential coming out, and depression coming out. But what was weird for me in emo compared to even like some metal or some hardcore is there was always, in my opinion, some underpinnings of like hope in a weird way. Like we were gonna get through this, even though the lyrics were always like really kind of dark and depressing. And there was community in it as well. And I think that was probably the bigger thing too. Like I never felt like I fully fit in until I started, in a weird way, like dyeing my hair black and painting my fingernails and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden being a reject kind of became my acceptance, you know? I didn't fit in with the normal people, but becoming a weirdo, I all of a sudden did fit in. And I think that was for someone who didn't quite fit in with the normal quote unquote people, that was very freeing to have a place where I could just be me and where we could admit that we were kind of screwed up. And I guess that maybe ties into it more. Now I feel like we're going into a weird psychology thing here, but like I think of my like high school experience where you had like, and I'm being very stereotypical, but like you had football players and cheerleaders where everyone had this like, we're perfect and we have it all together. And I never felt like I was perfect and had it all together. So when I was with the emo kids, we were like, no, we're screwed up. Like we're messed up. And that was very freeing to me.